Show.
Hello, I'm Gaby Company, and this is the Dreaming Show. In today's show, my guest is the awesome Jenny Leda from Soul Insights, and the topic today is healing on the inside. Hello, Jenny Leda. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And thank you for having me here, Gabby. It's
Welcome
great.
to the show. Thank you for being with us.
Great.
Could you tell us, please, about you?
About me. I'm a transformational facilitator, so that really means that I help people get on a better path in their life. And I also am intuitive energy healer. So I do healing work for people on many different levels, depends where they're at and what they're open for.
Tell us, please, an example that you help people making change in their life.
Well, it depends what they come to me for. A lot of my clients are women who may have even had quite a successful life. They've brought up their children, and then it's all of a sudden I'm 50 years old and I'm not fulfilled. I might have money in the bank, but I'm not fulfilled. There's a calling inside me to do something special. Well, not even special, but something that fulfills my heart. So they get to a feeling of being overwhelmed and they just don't know what to do. So they might have some challenges in their life. Sometimes they come with a health challenge, or there might be a divorce, or a business that hasn't gone the way that they expected. So we work to find out what's going on for them, and everyone's different.
Yes, you are right. I remember listening to Anthony Robbins. He says it could be many people out there having millions, luxury cars, houses. However, they are feel empty
On the
not
inside.
in the inside, not
Beautiful.
fulfilling at all.
Yeah.
So incredible. What about people that they are facing, for example, the husband is with another woman? It's very popular. I've got a client. Could you help us, please, to develop this case? A lady who is suffering because the husband is with another woman, and this lady has created an illness. Is it possible to create an illness?
Absolutely. I mean, our thoughts impact our physical body. Like, even from a science perspective, they've well proven that now. I mean, you can even send love to a glass of water and you'll get beautiful crystals. If you send hate to a glass of water, you get very messed up looking crystals. And where the majority of our body is water. So
Yes.
it's the way we speak to ourselves and how we value ourselves. So if I was starting to work with someone like that, we would have a few conversations to find out, is she her best friend or is she her worst enemy? What is it that she says to herself that's actually impacting the body? There's obviously a lot of different ways to go with it. But, we do what I call the art of discovery first. We find out what's going on all different aspects of their life. And you don't necessarily have to go into the emotional relationship one first, because you'll see it in other areas as well.
So, talking to this case, this person is a professional. However, the husband started living with another woman.
Yep.
Even though this lady is still living with the husband, the other woman is calling her to advising about the relationship, the extra relationship. This lady created the illness, breast cancer, almost dying now. So what do you suggest to this lady to start doing?
Like,
I hope it's not late.
No. I'd have to look at her story really and find out, what's happening within her life. Like, where's the boundaries? Where is she not valuing herself? Where is she not drawn a line in the sand that says, no more, I'm going to be number one?
I think there was a change on the physical aspect because she was overweight and she damaged, I think, her leg. So overall, when she can see herself on the mirror, she sees it's not the same person. So physically, change. She doesn't feel beautiful as before. It could be one step, do you think?
Yeah. And it's about then looking at what's my attributes beyond my physical body. I mean, none of us look exactly the same as when we were 22 getting married, Let's be real, the body changes. But I would hope that we wouldn't look at people just from that viewpoint. So it's about her starting to find her value and what she will and won't accept. But for a lot of people, they're not prepared to make the changes that's required. Maybe the marriage is not meant to be together anymore.
Yes, I think so.
And sometimes you've got to say to yourself, I'm willing to let go of a bad situation so that I can heal on the inside.
Even though it's painful.
Oh, absolutely. There's none of my clients who haven't had some pretty severe pain, but they've also had warnings earlier on that they didn't listen to. There would have been some times in the marriage where she should have put the line in the sand or she sort of spoke up. But, you can't go back. You can only move forward. So when you go through healing through the layers, so what I'm talking about is the energy chakra systems. So we all talk about our circulatory system, our respiratory system, but we don't get taught about our energy system. And each of the chakras, there's different stories, and the stories will pertain to the physical issues of the body.
Jenny, could you tell us, please, what is a chakra?
Chakra is an energy center. So we have 7 within the body, and we actually have numerous out of the body.
Okay, we have 7. Could you tell one by one,
7?
please?
Okay. The first one is about our tribe. So we come into this world and we're certain families, certain countries, certain religion. So the tribal, and so you're very much the rules and regulations of the tribe. So you're in about pleasing the family, pleasing everybody. Then the second level, we're really going into relationships with friends, family, business. It's where our addictions sit. So it's a power centre, but it can be a positive power or a negative power depending on the way you deal with things. So then the third level, we're coming into ourself. We start to ask the questions of who am I? What's my purpose? What am I here for? Surely it's got to be more than going to work 60 hours a week and coming home and watch TV for an hour and go to sleep and start again. There's got to be more to it. So at this point, we've got a choice. Do we just stay on the physical realm, or do we start to explore, go inside? I remember someone told me once, do the inner work, heal on the inner. And I'm saying, what does that mean? But I now understand it's about taking time to listen to your own inner chatter, listen to your own way you view the world, and is it serving you, or is it actually hindering you to move into the greatness that you truly are?
So what you mean is taking that time to listen to yourself.
Yeah. Having your own time.
How important.
Mindfulness is, really one of the things at the moment, but you can be mindful in anything. It's when you pay your attention to the one specific thing you're doing. Like to take 3 breaths is meditation if you're paying attention to the breath.
You're right.
And the emotion just drops and you're able to get clarity of taking the next step. So the fourth one is about entering the heart, entering your inner journey. The fifth one, we're talking about the throat chakra. And it's about speaking truth, but speaking truth beyond your agendas. People say, I want to speak my truth, but I want it my way. Well, maybe not. So it's about looking at, am I trying to be controlling? Or am I wanting approval? Or am I fearing my own survival? So I will say whatever I will have to say to survive. Doesn't matter if it's a lie, doesn't matter. You will do that. So it's about becoming conscious of the way you try to manipulate situations. And then you come to a point where you own who you're being and you can then speak from a space of truth. Very different conversation.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
And then we go to the sixth one, and they call it the third eye, and it's where you get insights in moving forward in a way that will serve your heart. So you might really have a calling to do some work. I knew I was a healer for years, but I didn't necessarily want to be. But sometimes the call gets so strong that you're not going to get out of it. And at this point, you really understand that you're connected to everyone.
We are one.
We are definitely one. So when we change ourselves, we also change the world. So, people say, what can we do? Well, if you have hatred, heal it within yourself. Who do you hate? Who do you get angry at? So it doesn't matter what emotion. We see all the craziness going on over in the US, but we've got craziness in all our life. So it's about dealing with what's happening for you. And the seventh one is really where I see you're connected to your divine path, to a sacred or mystical journey, which for me has become really quite exciting because I'm able to see the world very differently and support the clients to be able to see things not so personal, but get the personal healing.
Oh my God, so powerful, Jenny, so powerful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, could you tell us about your business?
My core business is Soul Insights. So I really just work with clients who normally come by referral or they come from a word of mouth situation where they're either having extreme physical challenges or they're going through what I call the dark night of the soul, where they're really questioning their purpose and they're wanting to get on an authentic path and they want to understand how they've been limiting their own success. Mm-hmm. So
it's just one.
Yeah, I do one-on-ones and I also run some trainings. We're just starting a 5-week series down in Frankston at a gallery down there. My husband and I have created a healing system which is with art. So we've got 4 beautiful healing ladies.
So you work on a team.
Yeah.
Very
He's
good.
the artist, I'm the healer. And I understood that, I used to tell people, take a couple of deep breaths and stop. And then they'd say, well, what do I do then? So now we have it on our phone. And the first lady is about having a witness to our pain. For us to heal, we need to be heard. So we allow the lady to be the witness of what's happened. Mm-hmm. And you kind of understand your own part in it. And then we do a forgiveness process with the second lady. We move to looking at our agendas and owning what's happening. And then we actually, the 4th one, I've just changed recently to be a sacred director where you actually have confession. You say, this is what I've done.
Yeah.
This is what I've done. I own it. I did the best I knew how. But now I'm asking the divine for help to give me the strength to move forward, to be the better version of me.
Oh my God, so powerful.
Yeah, so we're starting to teach that in November.
Thank you. So could you tell us, please, you have a website, telephone number, please?
So it's soulinsights.com.au. And you can contact me through there, or my mobile is 0418 330 527. And you can just email jennyleather@bigpond.com and I'd get back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So awesome. Thank you for the message. Would you like to add something before we finish, please?
Probably one of my biggest messages is that you have the ability to heal yourself and you can be your greatest potential. But sometimes you need support, as we all do. So don't be scared to ask for help. There's amazing healers available to you. Great.
Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your message. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gaby.
Thank you very much. Gaby Company, this is The Dreaming Show. All the best. See you next time. Bye.
Bye for now.
The Dreaming Show.